for the podcast you've all been anticipating. League of Reyes. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we are proud to present to you the best podcast tag team of the world. Myself included, the high-tech, low-life cyberpunk netrunner Tecmo Joe, and my hetero life mate standing next to me in the streamerverse, the infamous Gotta Catch 'Em All Polka Milk Trainer, reigning from your mom's couch, the inspirational Despacito Abuelito, Orange Anaconda.
You're getting better at it.
Happy Monday, happy Monday. How's everything?
Happy Monday, man. Another day in life. 15 cents after tax?
If that, right?
Yeah, man, all is good, man. Life's good. You know how it is.
I had to throw a few little things in there, We gotta upgrade the freaking MILF Hunter to the Polka MILF Trainer, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm just trying to be a Polka. I'm just trying to be a MILF master. That's it, bro.
And there you go.
You know?
Oh, man, it's fucking hilarious. So how you been, man? It's been a minute. Since fucking we've been on live. So how's everything? What we're talking about, and let these motherfuckers know what they in for today.
Everything's good, man. Life is good. It has been a minute. That's our
well, that's life. It's life's fault. It's life's fault.
But we got
that's all.
Face to face, which is a good thing.
Yep.
Today we're gonna talk about, I think, something that everybody needs in life, and that it's crucial to giving you guidance. It's crucial to taking you to that next stage in your life. And all of us have it, whether we believe it or not. Hell, I didn't think I had it, and then Joe told me, "No, idiot, you have it."
Yep.
What else?
And then he had the aha moment on that one.
Yeah, a light bulb.
Like, oh yeah,
I'm talking about mentorship. Mentorship is big. It's what you need in order to take the next steps in your life. It's what you need in order to reach a level that you never thought you could reach, only because it's you look for guidance and you look for expertise from those who've already done it. So when I think of a mentor, it's someone who's already been through the ringer, someone who knows the ins and outs of what you're trying to accomplish, whether it be career-wise, life, love, whatever. They've been through the ringer and they've done it the hard way, I guess you could say. And what they do is they try to instill their knowledge onto you. They try, those that actually care to pass it on. They try to pass on to the next person, so that way the transition is not as hard for that person as it was for themselves. And for me, I think that's the most that's one of the biggest selfless acts that you can ever have. Don't quote me on this because I'm gonna get the quote wrong, and you know me and quotes.
We won't hold you to it.
I mean, yeah, can I get them right? There's a saying that says the biggest. Hold on, I gotta think about this there.
Amy, you should have wrote this shit down, man.
You know what's funny is that I did. It's basically along the lines of the highest level of human act is basically, mentoring, passing on what you have to the next person. I'm gonna figure out the exact quote so that way I can pass it on, but that is the highest level of human act that you can do for someone.
Mm.
I think it's huge, and whether you believe it or not, and I'm gonna use exactly what Joe told me. We've all had mentors, whether it be from the day you were born. Actually, you had mentors. It was your sisters, your brothers, your moms, your dads, your next door neighbor, your teacher, your coaches. We've all had mentors, and those who kind of saw what they had in front of them took advantage. Others didn't. But you know what? Some of us are not at that stage. Some of us are more ahead than others, and that's okay. That's okay. But everyone in their life has dealt with some type of mentor, or has been a mentor and not even realized it. Hell, I was a mentor and not even know it. But yeah, I think that's something that we gotta talk about, because in this day and age, with such a fast paced society that we're living now, I think those that are willing to take the reins and guide the next generation and guide, those to kind of prevent the mistakes that they made. I mean, the mistakes that I made. It pays in the long term. The dividends are huge. Yeah, man. I mean, Joe, tell me, what were your mentors growing up, man?
Hold on 1 second. I'm actually messaging you offline just because you missed something on one of the streams and you need to update it.
Oh, damn it, bro.
All right, so just like what Otacon was fucking talking about, everyone's had to have their mentor. We've talked about this before. At least we touched base on it before. Your community is pretty much the biggest mentor and has made you grown or self-reflect on how you've acted, reacted, or just plainly learn what you know now for your life. Mentally, physically, freaking just in the whole environment and everything. Defy, well, hello there, Defy. How you doing, baby boy?
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
Otacon, Defy is one of our fellow streamers on Kick. He is freaking the madman on not just sound bites, but mainly on a soundboard, because he goes in. But what's going on, man? Nice to see you freaking drop by, man. Right now we're just talking about, or getting a little bit on the intro of mentorship and how people are freaking have mentors in their lives, but at the same time how it cuts their, how should I say, how it dictates their characters, their mannerisms just on everyday life, even their careers. If you have a great mentor, you're gonna have a great freaking career. But that also depends on the career path you're going into, and if that mentor is actually the proper mentor for that part of your life. You have different mentors for each different part of your life. Defy, that's awesome. Freaking, you're doing amazing. Actually, how are your kids? Because I'm about to say, point out you as you have mentors around you, whether it's the missus, even the kids. The kids can mentor you on being a better father figure, just not to your kids, but to everyone around you, just because you want to make sure everyone around you in your community, in your private circle, is doing fucking better than what they were doing before you first met them, or even when you met them. And that's the biggest thing. Mentors are there to guide you in the right direction. That's what a true mentor is. Of course, you have the trash bag mentors that aren't the greatest. Kiddo is amazing. That's awesome. And as well as you should. And that's the best part. But to go back on to what I was talking about, the trash bag freaking mentors, you have those mentors that are supposed to be above you to guide you or teach you things that you need to learn for anything in your life, or whether it's handling freaking projects, handling freaking emotional stress, handling freaking the environmental stresses around you, just because you might be, let's say, a cop, a firefighter, a military service member in freaking in austere environments. You need to understand that environment and how to whether escalate the situation, but mainly de-escalate the situation. And if you have a great mentor, they're going to teach you that. They're going to make sure you know how to do that and get back home to your loved ones, just because that's the fucking mission. You get the mission done, not just out of country and in that environment as a firefighter in a freaking house, burning building, things like that. You're there to help not just yourself, but your freaking brother left and right of you into the building and everyone that you need to get out of the building. If you're a cop, you need to understand how to de-escalate the situation where your first thing is not to freaking pull up a gun, not to freaking arm yourself before the situation deems it for it. And I can actually go on a fucking tangent on this, just because I do know the force continuum for the police departments, and this has been taught for me from LA SWAT and Detroit SWAT police officers who taught me in the military when I was in certain specialized units. And the force continuum shows you and teaches you the breakdown on whether you need to escalate or de-escalate the situation or meet it head on. You don't need to freaking escalate the situation, because that's not what the hell freaking the force continuum is used for. But that's my tangent on that. I'm not gonna go on further, just because I can fucking go in on it and start nitpicking and we'll get off the topic of mentorship. But actually, it wouldn't be off the topic of mentorship. It would be me mentoring you guys, whether you guys are freaking cops or not, or service members or not. Understand what people go through, understand that freaking position and job billet, but at the same time, make sure you don't do freaking shit that you're not supposed to do. Exactly. Situation awareness is always fucking key. Freaking keep your head on the goddamn swivel and make sure you're not doing something freaking shady. But
yeah, you're always telling me that. You're always telling me that. And I'm like, bro, like, it makes sense. I know when something's going wrong. It's all right.
Sometimes you do. But that's besides the point.
When I'm fat. Yeah.
You're not you when you're hungry.
No, you don't want to see me when I'm hungry.
But to continue on the freaking mentorships, is mentors, you have the choice to pick and choose your mentors, and you can see how people interact with their superiors or their subordinates, and how they can provide you the most wealth of knowledge that you need for whether it's a career goal, a life goal, or even a freaking bucket list, just because one of those bucket lists might be, hey, I want to be something better, or I'm getting out of them high school and I might want to join the military or join the freaking police department. What's the best way to do it besides freaking getting jacked up and lifting 225 like a fucking beast and fucking unleashing the freaking Arnold within everyone? I got these guys. I picked these up and put them down. But it goes with the point on, you have the choice to pick the right mentors, and those mentors will freaking get you in the right direction, the right path for achieving that freaking goal, for achieving that mission that you need to, just because that's where you want to be. You don't want to be a step down from where you are. You want to level the fuck up. That's the whole point of this damn channel, is not just shooting shit and bullshitting with you guys freaking on stream or off stream, but is to keep you guys aware, keep you guys leveled up, and support you guys as well as you guys support us. It's a fucking back and forth fucking connection. Without that, fuck, we're gonna have friggin' issues like we do in other countries and fucking other cities that are really detriment to society, and no one's really doing anything besides trying to flood it with worse situation than it's supposed to be, and no one's freaking guiding anyone out of the situation in itself.
Yeah, bro. That's key. That's key what you just said there, man. But let me
Don't mind me while I sip on my G Fuel.
Gee, that's the one that you were just telling me about.
Yep.
I gotta get
Good old freaking Tekken. No, it's not the new Friday the 13th. That one's the Tekken one.
I gotta try both. I'm way behind.
If you guys haven't tried the freaking the G Fuels freaking, and this isn't a paid promotion or anything.
We're not
but
the G Fuel at all. We wish.
Yep. But the hack and slash Friday the 13th flavor is actually pretty good. It's supposed to be a citrus fruit punch flavor. So it's not too bad. I know for Defy is gonna say, no, F3's the shit. F3 is freaking the bomb. You can shotgun F3 all day.
Oh man. But let me ask you this. Since we're on the staying on the topic of mentorship, what would be the best way to find the mentor? Because I feel as though that's where the hardest part for most people is. That's where the hardest part lies, and it's also asking the particular person to be a mentor.
So that's easy and difficult all at the same time. The reason being is just like networking, where you want to make friends and connect to people that are in the same skill trade or same mindset that you want to be in. The key is to really filter out all these people that you have as the mentor that you might want to look at or you look up to, and really narrow them down to the ones that can really bring out the most out of you, or bring out the most out of you with showing, with either having the same background as you came from, or mainly they know how to I wouldn't say annotate. They know how to break down the information for you to understand without losing your damn mindset. Yep, Wonder Woman. Make connections. Attach yourself to people want to be successful and have goals. Wonder Woman, that is great, but a lot of times you have freaking leeches that do the same shit, and those leeches will step over you in order to be more successful for you, or more successful than you.
Yeah, the process in itself of trying to find a mentor and kind of having to weed out I'm trying to be politically correct. I'm not cursing as much. Weed out the weeds. As why you try to find the mentor, because you know what, we had this discussion before where it's like, there are people that have good intentions for you, and they want to grow with you. They want to go with you and grow with you. They want to grow through it with you. And there are other people that they just want to use you to get to that next level.
And a lot of times, some of those leeches, that's why I'm going to be politically correct, leeches, will suck the fucking life out of you. And I'm sorry, but I don't care about cursing. That's just how I am. Will suck the fucking life out of you, even drain you out of your will to continue succeeding. So that's why, like Ataka was saying, you want to weed out those, not just those friends, but those mentors, because sometimes those mentors are just using you to help them become more successful. Without you knowing, but they're using you to, how should I say, using you as more of I wouldn't say pawn, but more like a mule. You carry all their stuff, you do all their research, things like that, and they're freaking reaping the benefits while you're not getting any accolades, or you're learning, but at the same time, you don't feel, how do you say it? You don't feel achieved. You don't feel accomplished because you're not getting recognized. Some people go into certain jobs and keep doing work after work after work. Great, you're a fucking hard worker. You're fucking awesome.
You're a
Keep
beast.
doing the same shit. But understand, if you're gonna keep going and going and going, you're gonna fucking crash face first without realizing it because you're burning yourself out. Case in point, I used to freaking work 2 jobs and try to go to school. I burnt myself out in months at a time because I got maybe 2 hours of sleep, 2 or 3 hours of sleep, if that, before I had to freaking transition or go to the next job or the next class, things like that. Even though I succeeded at that, I would not fucking recommend that at all.
I thought
Like,
you could burn out. Joe took the court. Joe said, "Fuck out of here, snatch that shit, game." Because I thought I didn't get any sleep. I was out here complaining about 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep. So Joe looked at me like, "You sleep? The fuck? Give me that shit, slacker."
Oh man.
Oh,
Wait, which could be the root cause of my freaking insomnia, but whatever.
don't believe it.
I gotta get shit done. I gotta get shit done. But when you continue making connections for those mentors, you want to look and categorize and filter those mentors or just the connections you have around you. You want to make sure that you can align each mentor in the right path that you want. Whether it's a life goal, like I was talking about, life goal meaning freaking you want to better yourself health wise, freaking health wise, mainly freaking eating right, working out, giving yourself that motivation to continue on. And there goes my light. Oh well. And what was the other one? Or you can have another one that's more a life goal, but is more of a financial life goal, where you have, let's say, you have 2 kids. You should start opening up a 529 freaking fund. Yeah. The college fund for the kids. Start now, let that shit marinate, and guess what? Your kids have college tuition without you breaking the bank or breaking your back before you even can try or retire. It can keep going on and on. And the same thing goes for your career. A lot of times that we want to, especially in this channel, in this chat, in this podcast, we're not just watching out for you guys for your lifestyle, but also for your career goals. Your career goals are going to freaking hash out a lot of your lifestyle, just because sometimes you might have to sacrifice certain things in your lifestyle in order to achieve that freaking career goal. But you have to keep the balance, which is why you need to freaking really filter out your damn mentors, because they're going to see that. They're going to not only see that, but they're going to show you and tell you how the hell to mitigate that kind of situation. So you don't freaking burn out on both ends. You don't burn the candle on both ends. 2, you don't burn out, fucking crash and burn, freaking trying to do homework and you're half asleep or you're asleep on the damn laptop and things like that. Trust me, it's happening. You can ask the missus. She's seen me do it plenty of damn times, but I woke up, finished the work, and went back to sleep again. It's gonna happen, but you need to pick and choose not just your mentorships, but also your choices in life, because certain things will outweigh the other. But you have enough time. If you guys are here, if you guys are in this channel, whether it's live or fucking on YouTube or on any one of our stream freaking archives, if you guys are here, you guys already started the right way. Understanding where you want to be. Listening to what you want to do and what you should be on the lookout for.
All right, so let's say you find your mentor, you wean all the bullshit. By the way, that entire process that we just explained in 10, 15 minutes, that process in itself, it takes time, guys. It could take anywhere from months to a year, 2 years, because you know what? People tend to reveal themselves once it's time to nut up or shut up. And it's all about putting people in certain situations, which is why me and Joe always have the joke of every time I go on a date, throw the chick in the pool, or let's go diving into the pool to see if her makeup comes off, because then you're revealing your true self. But
or better yet, just throw a water balloon at her face to see if she did it right or not.
like, oh no, we slipped on. No, but in all seriousness, yeah, once you guys go about weaning out those people that are good for you as opposed to those that are bad, what does the dynamic look like once you have a mentor? Once you get that mentor and they're willing to put in the work and all that stuff. From my perspective, I know the whole process of finding the right mentor. You know, some of them are cool and they're like, oh yeah, no problem, I can do that for you. Some of them, you got to put in a little bit of work. It's like, oh, okay, you have to prove yourself to them. You know, like I was told, there was one mentor that I was trying to obtain when I was in college. It didn't work out, but basically, you know, I wined and dined him. It was like I was taking him on a date. Like it was yeah. But I took him out to dinner, paid for dinner, you know, talked to him about certain things. Talked to him about my goals, why I wanted him to be a mentor, all this stuff. And through the process of trying to get myself qualified to have his knowledge, to obtain his knowledge and stuff like that, he dropped some knowledge on me as well. He told me, you know, he gave me a few nuggets about life, gave me some good career advice, basically told me what direction I should go in and all that stuff. But it was a process. It's not gonna, I understand that, you know, this whole process of trying to obtain a mentor, it's work. But you know what? If you find the right one, that person could take you from making, and let's talk about careers. So like that person could take you from going into an entry level position that pays anywhere from 50 to 70,000 all the way to 200. All because they themselves have done it. They themselves know what to do, what steps to take, and how to you know, present yourself in a professional manner. And that's why I thought it was important that we talked about this, because it's like, in this day and age, there's a lot of, we talked about in the last episode, there's a lot of self-made billionaires, but there's really no guidance.
But at the same time, those self-made billionaires aren't billionaires for long.
Right. Those that do it right, they know how to do it. They know how to sustain it, and they're set for life. Those that are in it for the quick cash and dip, they're asking themselves 5 years from now, like, what happened? But yeah, so going back to the question, once you get that mentor and you wine and dine them or whatever, or you know, you prove yourself to be worthy of Gandalf's knowledge.
That's Gandalf.
Sorry, did I say Gandalf again?
No. Yeah, you said Gandorf. I don't know who the fuck Gandorf is. What is Gandalf?
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
And the main character of Lord of the Rings. You shall not.
I said, that's my fault. I tend to do that a lot. What does that dynamic look like to you, man? Because I think it's more, it's a relationship. It's like a friendship, but it's also like, it's kind of not. That's together. I'll get it. Listen, this is one of those,
Get him, Wonder Woman. Get him.
This is one of those situations where I didn't eat, so my English is not very good looking at it.
Sounding real Dominican right now.
As a matter of fact,
okay, so the dynamic is usually a mix between friendship and manager, in my opinion. The reason being,
what do you mean by manager?
well, remember that usually your mentors are usually freaking people that are above you. Especially in the job market, it's usually someone that's above your pay grade, like in a supervisor or managerial role. and showing you the right path that they already freaking went through, and it's proven, at least for them, it's been proven in order to get to where they are. There, a lot of mentors, proper mentors, are looking for, one, their replacements, but at the same time, they're making sure that their replacements know what the hell is going on, know what's they're in for, but mainly because those mentors also want to move on to the next freaking step in their freaking careers. So that's why I say it's more of a mix between friendship and manager roles in the, how should I say, in the mentorship freaking dynamic. And that's only because, at least for career-wise, need to enunciate just as much. But it's mainly because, like I said, they're not only showing you how to be them, but they're showing you the career path and the assets that make them better. Not the stuff that they had to waste in order to get them in the right freaking career path, but at the same time looking at what you need to know and what you need to like really ingrain into your damn brain. That's career-wise. Life goals-wise, it's usually like, usually you can probably call them auntie or uncle half the time, because they ain't your pops, they ain't your moms, and they're usually a friend of a friend, or they're just a friend of the family that understands where you came from and where you trying to be. So a lot of times where you try to be, should I say half the time? No, I should say more than half the time, you're looking for mentorship that you want to get out of the situation that you're in, the community that you're in. Meaning, if you're like most minorities, not all the time do you grow up in the suburbs. Not all the time do you grow up in the country. A lot of the times you're growing up in, whether it is country, but it's a small town, small podunk town that no one really knows. Well, no one really knows outside of that town, but inside the town, everyone knows your damn name. Just like Cheers.
I was about to say that.
But it's, a lot of times minorities are brought up in ghettos, or somewhat ghettos, for the simple fact that you can go anywhere the hell you want, be anyone you want, and get to every single place in about less than 20 minutes half the time.
Yeah.
And in those situations, you have you have the drunks on every other corner. You have the dealers on every other corner. And then you have the hassles of life in itself. So your mentor in life pretty much is geared around trying to get out of that situation. One, to make yourself be better, but get your family out of that rut. Get yourself and the family away from what's causing the family any one disease, any statistics. You want to get the fuck out of the damn statistics. You don't want to be a statistic. You don't want to be that kid coming out of library looking like, let's see, dressed all ghetto fab, blacked out, and some random ass cop thinks you're selling, or you're hiding something, and they start pushing up on you. We don't want you in that situation, nor do we enjoy being in those situations. It sucks.
Very true. I hate that.
And with that being said, that's why you want to look forward to finding or learning from those mentors that can get you and that can guide you to get yourself out. that can guide you to find a way to get the whole family out and not just yourself. And that's where you need to understand which uncle you need to talk to, which auntie you need to talk to in order to freaking get that right knowledge that you need to get out of situations like that. You need the right uncle to freaking tell you, don't fucking do this because some of these cops are, one, shady, and two, are freaking trigger happy and jumpy. So just don't freaking do it. And there's some TikToks already that there's freaking minority cops or former cops that teach you the situation that you will be freaking confronted with. I cannot say that you won't, because you will. Statistically, you fucking will. And that's the fucking problem with society nowadays. That's why we need to make sure that you guys engage and make those connections to find the right mentors to get you the fuck out. Fuck, let's go. We can even go into hobbies or career-wise on like art. Art nowadays is all over the place. You have YouTube to learn from big time artists, even fucking people that are your age or are a little older than you and want to teach you this, want to teach you what they've done, what they've gone through, how their sketchbooks, how their portfolios are set up. You can even learn from freaking big time artists like comic book artists, freaking big time art dealing artists like freaking Volca. Shit, if you freaking really follow Banksy, you see how great his art is, his or her art is, as well as what the meaning behind it is. A lot of it is political, a lot of it is more protesting and everything, but it gives you a statement. It paints that picture that fights the good fight without having to freaking become violent. Which stems in point of Martin Luther King saying non-violent. I can keep going on that tangent too. But you can learn so much. When we're growing up, you didn't have that. Unless you knew people that had certain resources, you didn't get those resources available to you. They didn't have that around. Nowadays, a lot of people got smarter. A lot of people started noticing certain ghettos, or what's another term that people use?
Urban.
Certain urban areas does not have those resources afforded to them or available to them. And nowadays, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You can find those resources and those connections to make not just your hobbies or your joys in the world, but those career paths like we keep going back to. And that's the key. Finding the right resources from the right mentors, or to provide you the right mentors that will guide you in the right direction.
No, I agree with you 100%, man. Because it's it's cool. Essentially, mentorship is a partnership. So it's if you have that right person by your side, and like you said, it's not only benefiting them, because now, I mean, like I say it all the time, you can't take that knowledge with you. Once we're gone, we're gone, man. But it benefits them because now they could dump all that knowledge onto you and let you do whatever you want with it. And in turn, it helps them because now it's in a sense paying it forward, because it's like, okay, I gave you all this, now it's like that old saying, take a horse to the well, take a horse to the the river. Now decide whether you want to drink or not. You know me, I'm metaphors, bro. You know I'm gonna I'll read my own goddamn metaphors.
Oh man, that fucking killed me right there. That's hilarious.
But yeah, in a sense that's what it is. It's a partnership. Once somebody agrees to be your mentor, it's like that's it. They're and it's not like they stay with you just for a certain period of time. Like, no, once that person's committed to you, a good mentor, once that person's committed to you, they're committed to you until, you know, they feel as though it's time that you know, you go your own way. And in reality, it's life, man. We always need somebody to guide us through something. They themselves have a mentor, so it's not just a partnership just for the time frame that you're in your career. No, it's a lifetime partnership. So choosing one, it's crucial.
And not only that, it also shows. Well, this also proves that I shouldn't even say that. I should say this. Even if you have a bad outlook on life or on people in general, there are going to be people that, I should say, that are going to get you out of that mentality. And the reason I say that, because I was in the military. I was in the freaking Marine Corps for 11 years. And when I first started, I had the New Yorker attitude.
Oh, forget about it, huh? Don't forget.
No, not even the Italian one, not even freaking Sopranos attitude. I'm talking about the attitude where you ain't gonna tell me shit, you ain't gonna freaking tell me how to do shit. I'll do this shit on my own, this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, it was freaking, that shit was up there. I got into quite a bit of fights inside the military. But at the same time, I did have some of those superiors and senior leadership that told me or showed me a different way how to not just have a better outlook on my career, on being in the Marine Corps, but also on how to manage and deal with people outside of my norm. So with that being said, a stubborn ass, just like myself, can go through a lot of those rocky hills, as an analogy, without freaking stumbling down a goddamn river on his own stupidity, can become mentored in the right way to be not just a better person, but to be a better leader, a better freaking mentor for future mentees or mentees or whatever.
Yeah.
And that showed a great deal just because I got out of one freaking bad outlandish situation into a situation where I knew how to get shit done. They knew how I can get shit done, and just gave me enough rope to, if they had to, ring me by it just because I went too far.
So one of the challenges in mentoring, since you brought it up, it's because it's not always smooth, man. It's not always smooth.
No.
What were some of the challenges that you saw? Well, now that you're past that stage, you're like, what are some of the things that you saw that you reflect, looking back on now, that your mentors had to overcome when they were trying to mentor you?
My stubbornness.
I'd love to say
that. That was the biggest thing, is my stubbornness, because a lot of times.
You think it was or was it like a pride thing?
It was both. Think of freaking my pride taking up all the way to the stubbornness level and just smashing it together where no one can tell me otherwise.
I think that's a lot of people. Like, a lot of people, it's just their pride. Like, they just don't want to let it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry, go ahead, bro.
But when you have too much stubbornness in your bones that you become prideful of that stubbornness, that's where it becomes an issue. That's where people start needing to understand how to de-escalate the situation and revert it around the person or around me, and make me understand, okay, guess what freaking so-and-so, you're doing this, which is causing everyone else to freaking suffer. You're doing this, without freaking really understanding the situation. So, and it always ended up with, shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, listen to what the fuck I'm trying to tell you, and see that little mission through. Once you freaking see the mission through, then freaking we can keep going, and you can fucking learn whatever the hell you want. And that's how a lot of times that's how it happened. But it also got to a point where I was doing that, understanding everything that my superiors were telling me, and then reverting it back to my superiors when they started fucking up. So that's why I say my pride and freaking stubbornness was getting to become my downfall, because everything they taught me, I twisted it around.
Oh, you're
as like
looking for trouble, bro. You just
that was just me. But at the same time, and that was the problem. It was because not only did I just twisted it, but it was also because I just wanted to be right. And a lot of times, damn near 80% of the time, actually 85% of the time, I was right. But this is how they told me. Yes, you did the right thing. You had the right initiative, but you didn't do it the right way.
You did it the hard way.
No, it wasn't the hard way. It was just, it wasn't a professional way. That's how, if you take it into layman's terms, it wasn't professionally freaking taken care of. I would get shit done. I would make sure freaking people knew where the hell everyone else was. But the problem was when certain superiors didn't know what was going on, and they come to me, it's like, I'm not your supervisor. We'll fucking find out. Like, why are you asking me? And that's the problem, is because the way I fucking said it and the way I went about it, it wasn't the right thing to do. I had the right idea, the right freaking, how should I say, the right mentality on what I should be saying, but I didn't say it professionally enough where it wouldn't piss people off. So that's why.
I think that's a lot of people, though. I think it's.
But that's the problem. A lot of people are too busy, and it's getting worse nowadays. So mentoring 101, it's getting worse nowadays because not only do everyone want to be right, but everyone wants to be politically correct, or they don't want to say certain things because someone's vagina is going to freaking be sore or freaking hurt because you said something wrong, or you didn't pronounce their freaking pronouns correctly, or this, that, and the other. It was always fucking something.
That's just being sensitive. We talking about that's just being sensitive.
But at the same time, that is what we're running into, and that right now is what I see as an issue. That right now is what I see from how I used to be to how now it's fucking turned the fuck up all the way to the left side. Because they're being so prideful on their sensitivity that they don't want to be wrong, and nor do they want to freaking lighten the fuck up, understand the situation, and be professional about it. Be understanding. Everyone wants to be fucking stubborn and too stubborn to freaking not be wrong. And that's what one of the mentoring issues that we're having now.
It's one of the reasons why I won't go past. Now, I mentioned in the past that I myself used to coach. I'm taking a hiatus. I used to coach youth football. And some of the things that I noticed, even with some of the younger kids, they're now granted with them it's a little bit of a learning curve because they're trying to be cool. But in a sense, once you go past a certain age bracket, it's like you could tell them something, but then they'll look at you like, "Oh, you're crazy. You have no idea what you're talking about." I know.
See, but a lot of times is, how should I explain that? Because I had the same situation when I was in high school, where I was on the junior varsity baseball team, and the coach is one of the freaking, I think, was he one of the science coaches or freaking not science teachers or substitute teacher? I forget who the hell he was exactly. But we did not really practice. Like, we didn't take time, or he didn't have a proper schedule to freaking say, okay, this day, these couple days, meet here because we need to freaking practice, or we need to go over certain drills, and so you guys can understand how I work and freaking this, that, and the other thing. I was so fucking stubborn-headed that, one, because he didn't have that set, he was too busy being the friendly guy, or, oh, I know how to freaking coach a baseball team, blah, 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 blah. Most likely because he used to freaking have a damn fantasy baseball freaking league or some shit. I don't know.
Experience.
Bullshit. But at the same time, he didn't show his, not just superiority, but mainly his leadership skills properly enough to me to make me want to understand, like, okay, you know what the hell you're doing. Let me listen to you, because maybe we can freaking actually win. But then I was dealing with a whole bunch of other freaking guys on the team that sucked hot donkey balls, that if we went against the freaking varsity team, we all got blown the fuck out because I'm the only one that can pitch against anyone. Like, come on. Like, I can't be the only Hispanic freaking that's on the damn JV that can actually play the damn game.
In New York? Come on,
Yeah.
man. There's a bunch of us everywhere.
But at the same time, it's freaking, I grew up playing baseball. I grew up playing football. I grew up having set schedules for games, for freaking practices, things like that. When you give me the mentality is like, oh, well, I told you to do this. Oh, well, that's probably why we lost, blah, 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 blah. When you have a nonchalant freaking attitude about everything and we still don't practice, yeah, that's why. When in your situation, a lot of those kids were like that, but at the same time, they barely saw you because half the time you had other coaches above you that would try to be there, or really, how should I say? Because I know we talked about it. They
try to go over my head too much, and I had to put them in place.
Not just that, but also they're milking the kids. They're just being soft with the kids. They're not freaking being hard asses, which is why I told you I'm not going to freaking join you on coaching them kids, because all them kids will quit.
But that's the point. Weed out the weakness.
And I know, but at the same time, it's like, I'm a Spartan kicking kid. I'm a freaking drop kick and freaking take a damn parent to Suplex City. It's some craziness. Like, nah, I'm good, man. You let me know how it is. Even though I should, yeah.
Get you to do it. One season, I'm gonna get you to do it.
One season, we'll see. We'll see how many freaking subs and freaking what do you call it, comments we get on this episode, and see what people say.
If we get a certain amount of subscribers, join the team. Then join the team.
Right? we gotta do that. We gotta do that.
Oh man. All right, man. So last thing, after you find the mentor, after you wean all the BS, after you decide that you want a mentor, after you have your goals in line and everything, and you know what you want to do, after you wean out the garbage and you find the person that you want as your mentor, after you get that mentor and you build that relationship with them, and they pass all this knowledge to you, how do you go about paying it forward? Because you can't mentor everyone. The one thing I learned is that you cannot mentor everyone, because one, you're going to be wasting your time. You could be wasting your time on the wrong person. Two, they have to be willing to listen and take your advice. And three, they have to be open to criticism based off of what you're telling them. I'll give you an example. One of my guys that I used to coach, he plays up here in Iona Prep High School. And I saw him play a few weeks back, and it wasn't his best game. It wasn't his best game. But I know him, and like when I coached him, when we sorry.
Wait. We're at the Cleveland State Junior.
When he
Man.
under me, when I was coaching him, rather, he always blamed himself for all the mistakes, the fact that we didn't win. He was very hard on himself.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to be the best, and I knew that. From the jump, I knew that. I was like, no, this guy's my guy. Because you know what? Even though it'll be somebody else's fault, he'll still be like, no, coach, it's me. And when I'm telling you, like, this kid was a natural born leader, I was like, you just need the right guidance, and you just need someone to be like, bro, it's okay, it's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
So after that game, I knew for a fact that he kind of would have gotten. He probably is a little bit older now, and his maturity level is a lot better. But he was still that part of him is still like, no, it's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault.
Yeah.
So I reached out to him, and I told him, I was like, listen, first off, the school that he played with is like a powerhouse of a team. So I told him, like, don't beat yourself up. There's no shame in listening to a team like that. Number one. Number two, focus on the negatives. Don't focus so much on the negatives. Focus on the positives and build on and build on the positives. Interpret the negatives, analyze the negatives, and fix the negatives. I was like, and keep doing what you're doing, because you're not doing because you shouldn't beat yourself up like you did. He played a hell of a game.
All right, hold on. I got to pause you there.
Here we go.
And the reason why I got to pause you there, because you just gave a shit ton of freaking analogies, especially to a kid who probably doesn't understand what the fuck you're talking about, nor will our viewers. So what the hell? Hold on. So might be our viewers, but what do you mean by freaking? See, you lost me on the lingo. Don't focus on the negatives. Focus on build on the fucking positives. And what was the other one?
No, build on the positives, analyze the negatives, and fix the negatives.
All right. So freaking, one, you didn't say all that. Two, explain on analyzing the negatives in order to fix the negatives.
See where we're wrong. So okay.
And the reason why I'm asking you this is because you did tell the kid not to focus on the negative. And with that saying, you're gonna confuse the kid on, yeah, I did some positives, but unfortunately, analyzing the negatives, they overcome or overwhelm the positives.
That was my fault. I said that wrong. I said focus on the positives, build on the positives, analyze the negatives, see where you went wrong, and fix it. For example, and I told him, why are you throwing the triple coverage down the field? You are notorious for that. Well, you know better than that. Why would you throw it the triple coverage down the field? You know, if you don't see it, throw it away. Yeah. And I also told him, why are you panicking in the pocket when you shouldn't be panicking in the pocket? There's nobody around you.
Like, maybe he likes the Cowboys. He's what's that kid's name? Dak.
He likes to run around and stuff. I was like, bro, cut the heroics. Like, that is your downfall. You try to be the hero. You're not. Football is an 11-man sport on both sides. Use your team. There's a time to be a hero, and there's a time to be a leader. Those negative aspects I was talking about, you were not showing leadership. You're trying to be a hero. And he get back to me, and he was like, yo, my dad said the same thing, coach. Because his dad, he and his dad used to analyze film together, and he told him the same thing. He's like, yo, my dad told me the same thing, and he stopped trying to be a hero. Like, there's nothing wrong with having that hero mentality, but there's a ton of fleecer. And
but continue on. So pause on the kid. Now continue on that analogy onto our viewers, onto the aspect of mentoring.
Right. So in that aspect where it's like, I don't know, how thought that we get on this topic. Yeah. Then we get to this part. But in that aspect, even though he's no longer one of my players, I still have that dynamic with him.
Mhm.
I still, will check in on him. I'll check in on a couple of my other players, see how they're doing. I'll still go to their games, see how they're doing. And it's like, it's not like, it's like we never skipped a beat. They see me, they get excited and all that stuff, and they still come to me. They be like, Coach, I need you to watch me, see what I'm doing wrong.
Mhm.
Coach, I need you to tell me where I could improve. Coach, I need to tell you where I'm right and how can I build on that. And that's what I'm saying is like once you lock in as a mentor and once you agree to take that responsibility on, you're forever going to pay it forward. You're forever paying it forward. And what I'm doing to them and what I do for them and what I do for their confidence, and whether it's confidence shattering or confidence building, I'm keeping it real with them. And I'm always going to keep it. I'm always going to be honest with them because I wouldn't want anyone to. There's no other way to live life but to speak your truth. And it's one of the reasons why not just the relationship that I have with them has grown stronger, but the relationship with their families as well. Like I see their families, and they'll go to me. They'll be like, "Oh, where you been, bro? We miss you." And I'm like, life, guys.
Like, baby, come back.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's part of the gig. It's when you take that step to pay it forward. Like I have all this knowledge of when I played, and I have nobody to give. I don't have kids yet.
Hey, you know if.
I know, and with my luck, I'll end up having all girls. So I will be able to pass it forward, in that aspect. But I'll be able to pass it forward to them and let them know that in through the good times, I'm there. And I never want to take their shine away from them. But I told them, I was like, hey, look, I'm plotting for you from the sideline because you guys deserve it. Just know I'm always going to be there in the good, and I'm always going to be there in the bad. Paying it forward and being that person where you pay it forward and you pass down that knowledge, that information, giving up your time, and all that stuff. It's like having a second job.
Yeah.
But as I said before,
Yes.
we're not going nowhere. Like once we're gone, we're gone. We can't take the knowledge and everything else with us. So for me, I never found that damn saying. Hold on, I gotta find it. Hold on. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find this saying before this episode ends.
So while Otacon is finding that saying, to continue on the last question on how to pay it forward. So you found it? Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Highest human act is to inspire.
Okay. Hey, who said that?
It came from a book, but I'm not exactly sure what book it is. I just literally just found it. But it's well known because Nipsey Hussle said it in an interview one time.
Okay.
I'll add the book in the description, guys, once I find it.
If not the book, I can freaking find the interview that Nipsey Hussle freaking used it on.
Yeah. But yeah, it's and I agree with that 100%. That's what mentors do. It's what I think that's what everyone should do. To be honest with you, there should be. That's the whole reason of this podcast is just pay it forward. Pay it forward. That's what we're trying to do is just pay it forward. Joe has. I'm not gonna say your age, bro, because I don't want to put it. Joe has
Many moons.
there's many moons on this planet, and I'm right behind them. We don't look it, but trust me. And we realize that we got a lot that we gotta offer up to the world, and that's why we made this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why we created this podcast, is to build a stronger community of like-minded individuals, whether they're minorities or just in the tech industry. But at the same time, we wanted our community to freaking support each other have each other's back and fucking bring each other to level the fuck up. Because guess what? The only way you're going to get better in life is to freaking be around the people that want to be better in life. Kick the goddamn leeches to the curb, throw the fucking roaches to the freak outside the damn window, because guess what? This is League of Reyes, and this is our fucking community. We want our fucking CPU community to be stronger and fucking have each other's back no matter what. And to go on with paying it forward, you pay it forward just pushing out that knowledge, not gatekeeping the knowledge that you were given. That's how you pay it forward. You pay it forward and making sure, like I said, making sure your friends, family, the people that you mentor, or your mentors in themselves are leveling up with you, and no one's left behind. If you're left behind, that means either you lost a step and you're in the wrong direction and you need to get back on the path of where you want to be, the path on achieving that goal, that career goal, that freaking lifestyle goal, or that freaking financial goal, or just environmental goal in being less stressed. That's the biggest thing. Stress is going to freaking be around you 24/7 no matter what. But if you're able to understand it and know how to handle it and de-escalate the freaking stress around you, the stress factors around you, you'll be a fucking happy camper. You'll be freaking being me, saying fucking aloha to fucking everyone. It don't matter. And that's the thing. You have to pay it forward. You should want to pay it forward because you don't want people around you to be left in the fucking dirt. We don't leave people behind. Unless they're a bunch of leeches and freaking cockroaches. They need to be left behind. Kick them to the curb.
Kick them in the chest.
Yes, mad, Sparta.
Yeah.
Oh man, but as always, bro, it's always a pleasure when we get into these conversations. Imagine these conversations when we have a little something in our system.
Man, it'll be worse.
Got a little drink in our system.
It'll be worse. I'll be probably cursing up a storm. I'll tell everyone to freaking suck it the fuck up. Fucking quit being a baby back bitch. Fucking freaking pick up and dig up a goddamn fighting hole if your fucking vagina fucking hurts that much. With that being said,
as always, bro, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for always sharing your wisdom and your knowledge with us.
Ready?
Drop it.
Who puts on a show like me?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, for those that joined us, thank you again for joining us. Those that interacted, thank you for joining us. Thank you for interacting with us. Defy, for those of you that don't know, Defy is he sets up these custom COD Fridays, and I got the opportunity to join him last week.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
2 weeks?
Yep, 2 weeks ago.
Holy shit. All right. Well, I can't wait for the next one. Man.
And besides that, guys,
You know what they say, the bullets marry.
and at the same time, you already know,
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me.
guys, thanks for freaking dropping by. Like Attica said, appreciate you guys fucking dropping by and shooting shit with us. We want more of you guys to do so. If you guys follow us on social media, IG, Twitter, and TikTok, and even follow us on freaking now Kick, Twitch, and YouTube, you guys will be freaking updated on when we go live and updated when we got all the new highlight reels or just little clips here and there that will either brighten up your day or get you on the freaking level that you need to be on. Everyone, keep you guys' heads on a swivel. Thanks for dropping by. Fucking muchos mahalos for dropping by, guys.
I'll see you motherfuckers later.
Later, guys.